Namaste and welcome to Hindi with Bindu Udayan, where you will be getting English explanation to most of your Hindi lessons. Nature has been a source of joy and inspiration to all of us, especially poets. Here is a beautiful poem of class 7th, Sham Ek Kisan by Sarveshwar Dayal Saxena.
Here is the 8th lesson of class 7th from the book Vasant Bhag 2, Sham Ek Kisan by Sarveshwar Dayal Saxena. Nature has always been a source of delight, solace, adventure, and inspiration for us. The images of nature are an important subject of artistic compositions. It is something that has inspired poets of all generations. Here is a beautiful poem that expresses the poet's love and adoration for nature, Sham Ek Kisan by Sarveshwar Dayal Saxena. इस कविता में कवि ने किसान के रूप में जाड़े की शाम का मनोहारी वर्णन किया है. The poet has given a very beautiful description of the winter evening by comparing it to the farmer. रूपक, उपमा और मानवीकरण अलंकारों का प्रयोग करते हुए वस्तुओं में एक रूपता दिखाई है. The poet uses the figures of speech like metaphor, simile and personification to show the similarity between various things. कवि ने शाम के दृश्य का एक सुंदर और सजीव चित्र हमारे सामने बनाकर रख दिया है. The poet presents before us a lively picture of a winter evening. Let's know in brief about Alankar. Alankar is the figure of speech which is essentially used to enhance the beauty of the poem. The Alankar or the figure of speech used by poet in this poem is Upma Alankar, that is simile, जहां पर दो विभिन्न वस्तुओं की तुलना की जाती है जिसमें समान गुण हो. तुलना करते समय सा, से, सी जैसे शब्दों का प्रयोग किया जाता है. उदाहरण के लिए बर्फ सा ठंडा, रुई सा हल्का इत्यादि. So simile compares two different objects or actions. Similes use the words like or as to draw a comparison. For example, my hands are as cold as ice. She ran like wind, and so on. The second alankar is रूपक अलंकार, that is metaphor, जहां पर गुण की अत्यंत समानता के कारण दो वस्तुओं में अभिन्नता दिखाई जाती है. यहाँ सा, से, सी जैसे शब्दों का प्रयोग नहीं किया जाता. उदाहरण स्वरूप पलाश के जंगल की अंगीठी, शाम एक किसान इत्यादि. Metaphor is a comparison in which one thing is said to be another. It makes a statement about something. Metaphor use words like is, are, was, were, etc. For example, he is a walking dictionary. The evening is a farmer. The only difference between simile and metaphor is that metaphor does not use the words like or as to draw the comparison. Yet another figure of speech used in this poem is मानवीकरण और personification, जहां प्राकृतिक वस्तुओं में मानवीय भावनाओं या क्रियाओं का वर्णन किया जाता है तथा निर्जीव वस्तुओं को सजीव दिखाया जाता है. जैसे फूल हंस रहे हैं, हवा गा रही है. It's the attribution of human characteristics to something non-human. For example, my alarm yelled at me. The wind is whispering, and so on. Let's go through the poem. शाम एक किसान. आकाश का साफा बांधकर सूरज की चिलम खींचता बैठा है पहाड़. घुटनों पर पड़ी है नदी चादर सी. पास ही दहक रही है पलाश के जंगल की अंगीठी. अंधकार दूर पूर्व में सिमटा बैठा है भेड़ों के गल्ले सा. अचानक बोला मोर, जैसे किसी ने आवाज दी, सुनते हो? चिलम औंधी, धुआं उठा, सूरज डूबा, अंधेरा छा गया. The picture is that of a winter evening. The sun is slowly setting behind the hills. Now let's try to visualize this beauty of nature through the eyes of the poet. आकाश का साफा बांधकर सूरज की चिलम खींचता बैठा है पहाड़. कवि ने जाड़े की शाम को एक किसान के रूप में चित्रित किया है. एक प्राकृतिक दृश्य में पहाड़ बैठे हुए किसान की तरह दिखाई दे रहा है. Now the poet has compared the wintry evening to that of a farmer. The evening is a farmer. In this picturesque evening, the mountain looks like a farmer sitting. आकाश का साफा, साफा is the turban. ऐसा लगता है जैसे किसान के सिर पर साफा बंधा हुआ है. The sky is compared to the turban tied to the head of the farmer. डूबता सूरज हुक्के की कटोरी पर सुलगती आग की तरह दिखाई दे रहा है. The setting sun is compared to the burning coal in the chillam. Chillam is the bowl on top of the hookah. It seems like the farmer is smoking a hookah and the chillam, the fire of the chillam is going down. So the setting sun is compared to that of the burning coal in the chillam. यहाँ हम देखते हैं कि किस प्रकार कवि ने एक रूपता का प्रदर्शन किया है. The poet presents a similarity in the quality or nature of two different things. At times, when we closely observe the clouds in the sky, they would look like different objects, sometimes like an elephant or like some other animals. On the basis of this similarity in shape, the poet compares the mountain to that of a farmer and the sky to that of his turban. Now let's know what is chillam. This is hookah. Hookah or shisha is an instrument that is used for smoking. The traditional hookah has a bowl on top. This bowl is called as chillam. The tobacco or the coal burns in this small bowl. So, the hookah bowl which holds the burning coal is called as chillam. सूरज की चिल्लम खींचता बैठा है पहाड़. The sun, the glowing sun, which is slowly moving down, is compared to that of the burning coal inside the chillam. Just as the fire of chillam slowly comes down as the farmer smokes the hookah, the sun is slowly hiding behind the mountain. घुटनों पर पड़ी है नदी चादर सी. पहाड़ के नीचे नदी बह रही है और ये नदी पहाड़ रूपी किसान के घुटनों पर रखी चादर जैसी दिखाई दे रही है. घुटनों are the knees. चादर सी, it means like a blanket. A river is flowing from the mountain, and this river is compared to that of the blanket laid on farmer's knees. The river flowing is the blanket which is spread over the knees of the farmer. Here we can see the comparison drawn between the river flowing from the mountain and the blanket that is spread over the knees of the farmer. The river is compared to the blanket. पास ही दहक रही है पलाश के जंगल की अंगीठी. पास is nearby. Dahak is to burn. Palash or tesu is a kind of tree that bears red flowers. It's also called as flame of the forest. Angithi is a traditional grill. पास ही पलाश के पेड़ों का जंगल है. Near to the mountain is a forest of palash trees. जिस पर खिले लाल लाल फूल जलती अंगीठी के समान दिख रहे हैं. The red flowers, the orange red flowers on the trees of Palash, they look like the burning coal. Just as the burning coal glows in the stove, in the same way, the red colored flowers are glowing on these Palash trees. Here we can see the comparison drawn between forest of Palash and the burning coal inside the stove or the brazier. Palash. The botanical name of Palash is Butea or Beauty monosperma. This is a tree native to eastern part of India, bearing velvet textured orange red vermilion flowers, and they yield a yellow dye. Now these flowers, they glow on the trees just like the coal glows inside the burning stove. So they are compared. The trees of Palash, the flowers of Palash, the forest of Palash is compared to that of the burning coal inside the stove. अंधकार दूर पूर्व में सिमटा बैठा है भेड़ों के गल्ले सा. अंधकार is darkness. दूर पूर्व में, far away in the east. सिमटा बैठा है. सिमटा is drawn together or shrunken. भेड़ों का गल्ला is the flock or herd of sheep. इसी समय पूर्व क्षितिज में अंधकार हो रहा है. घिरते अंधकार के कारण कुछ भी साफ दिखाई नहीं देता. सारी चीजें झुंड में बैठी भेड़ों के जैसे दिखाई देती हैं. During this time, the eastern horizon gets darker. Everything is vague. The objects are not clearly seen. And because of the darkness, the things around are not clear. And they seem like the herd of sheep. It looks like the objects are drawn together like a herd of sheep. Here we can see the comparison drawn between the darkness, the objects in the darkness, and the flock of sheep. Because the objects are not clear, they are vague. It is compared to that of a flock of sheep. Till now, it is quiet all around. सब कुछ शांत है. Suddenly, something happens. अचानक बोला मोर, जैसे किसी ने आवाज दी, सुनते हो? अचानक मोर बोल उठता है, मानो किसी ने आवाज लगाई हो, कोई किसी को बुला रहा हो. सुनते हो? यहाँ कवि ने ध्वनि की एकरूपता दिखाई है. Suddenly, the quiet scene becomes lively. The cry of the peacock is heard, and the loud cry of peacock is compared to the voice of a person calling someone. Here the poet brings about the oneness, or he points out the similarity between the peacock's call and a person calling out someone. Sometimes the sounds made by various birds or animals, they resemble the sound made by human beings. And in this poem, while describing the cry of the peacock, the poet has made an attempt to describe it as a human call. Chilam Andhi, धुआं उठा. Chilam is the hookah bowl. Andhi is to invert or keep something upside down. Dhua is smoke. Now there has been a shift in the scene. All of a sudden, the bowl of the hookah with burning coal is turned upside down. And there is smoke all around. The flipping of the bowl of coal of hookah is compared to the setting of the sun. And the smoke that rises from the extinguished coal is the fog that is seen around. Here we can see how the setting sun is compared to that of the inverted bowl of hookah, the inverted chilam. And the fog seen around in a winter evening after the sun sets is compared to the smoke that rises from the extinguished coal of the chilam. सूरज डूबा, अंधेरा छा गया, and then the sun sets and slowly darkness spreads around. To sum up, here is a picture of the western sky. आकाश का साफा बांधकर सूरज की चिलम खींचता बैठा है पहाड़, घुटनों पर पड़ी है नदी चादर सी, पास ही दहक रही है पलाश के जंगल की अंगीठी. The comparisons drawn here are: the mountain is the farmer, the sky is a turban on the head of the farmer, the Suraj, sun, is a chilam, the river flowing is a blanket which is spread over the knees of the farmer, and the forest of Palash is the burning stove. Meanwhile, the eastern horizon gets darker. The objects are not clear, which is compared to the flock of sheep. Suddenly, the cry of the peacock is heard as if someone is calling out. The sun sets and slowly darkness spreads around. Let's revise. कविता में किस ऋतु की शाम का वर्णन किया गया है? Which season's evening is described in the poem? आकाश को क्या कहा गया है? What is the sky called? पहाड़ की तुलना किस से की गई है? What is the mountain compared to? नदी को क्या कहा गया है? What is the river called? पलाश के जंगल को क्या कहा गया है? What is the forest of Palash compared to? अंधकार किस दिशा में भेड़ों के गल्ले सा सिमटा बैठा है? In which direction is darkness shrunken like a herd of sheep? So that was Sham Ek Kisan by Sarveshwar Dayal Saxena, where the poet not only tries to show us what he sees, he tries to make us understand how he feels. Not only is he connected to nature, but he sees life reflected in it. Hope you have enjoyed this beautiful picturization of a winter evening by Sarveshwar Dayal Saxena. See you soon in the next video with a new lesson. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Your support is my motivation.